Have you ever stood up from a chair and felt like your legs just didn't want to cooperate? Maybe they're a bit shaky or slower than they used to be. You might have brushed it off thinking it's just old age creeping in. But what if I told you that something as simple as missing a few key vitamins could be a major reason your legs are losing strength? Now, you're not alone in this. So many people over 60 start to notice changes in their balance, strength, and stamina. It sneaks up slowly. First, it's a little wobble when you get out of bed. Then you start avoiding stairs or long walks because your legs get tired too fast. And the frustrating part, you still feel young in your heart and mind, but your body doesn't always seem to agree. That's exactly why we need to talk today, because strong legs don't just mean you can walk better. They mean independence. They mean confidence. They mean you can keep doing the things you love, gardening, walking with your grandkids, or simply going about your day without fear of falling. And here's the truth. Your legs, just like any other part of your body, need fuel. Not just food, but the right kind of nutrients that help your muscles, bones, and nerves stay active and alive. And that's where vitamins come in. In this video, we're diving into the essential vitamins that your body craves, especially after 60, to keep your legs strong, even well into your 90s. Yes, you heard that right. There are folks walking strong and steady at 94, and much of that has to do with what they're giving their body daily. Let's begin with one of the most important and often overlooked vitamins your legs need. Vitamin D. Now, I know you've heard about this one before, usually in connection to bones, but did you know that vitamin D plays a huge role in keeping your muscles active and responsive? Without enough of it, your muscles actually weaken. It becomes harder to push yourself up from the couch or step up onto a curb. That's because vitamin D helps your muscles contract properly, and that's essential for movement and balance. Many people assume they're getting enough of it just from sunlight. And sure, in our younger days, spending a few minutes outside was enough. But as we age, our skin becomes less efficient at producing vitamin D from sunlight. And to make matters worse, many seniors spend more time indoors or wear long sleeves and hats that block UV rays. So even if you think you're getting sunshine, your body might not be turning it into the vitamin D it needs. And this deficiency shows up quietly. You may not notice it at first, but then come the little slips, the slower walks, the tired legs at the end of the day. But the good news, it's incredibly easy to fix. Talk to your doctor about a supplement, and make sure your diet includes foods rich in vitamin D, like fatty fish, eggs, and fortified milk. Even a gentle walk in the early morning sun can make a difference. It's these small, mindful changes that begin to build strength back into your legs. Now let's talk about another superstar, vitamin B12. This one's especially important as we age because it helps with nerve function. Why does that matter for your legs? Because your brain needs to send clear signals to your muscles to tell them when and how to move. If your nerves aren't working properly, those signals get delayed or lost altogether. That's when you might feel numbness, tingling, or even weakness in your legs. B12 is one of those sneaky vitamins that can become deficient without much warning. And here's the kicker. Our bodies become less effective at absorbing B12 from food as we age. Even if you eat a balanced diet, you might still not be getting enough. That's why it's so important to monitor your levels. A deficiency can lead to nerve damage if it's left untreated too long, and that kind of damage can affect your legs permanently. One way to notice a potential issue. If you ever feel pins and needles in your feet, or if your legs seem to fall asleep more often than they used to, it could be a sign. But again, there's good news. B12 is found in meats, fish, dairy, and fortified cereals. And if needed, your doctor can recommend a supplement or even give B12 shots to boost your levels quickly and safely. It's incredible how just restoring B12 can wake your legs back up. I've heard from so many seniors who thought their mobility was just gone for good until they corrected this one vitamin. It's like giving your legs a fresh line of communication with your brain. And when that line is strong, every step becomes easier. Now, we can't forget the role of vitamin C. We often associate it with colds and flu, but it does so much more, especially for your legs. Vitamin C is essential for collagen production, and collagen is what gives your tendons, ligaments, and blood vessels strength and flexibility. Think of it as the glue that holds your muscles and bones together. Without enough collagen, everything becomes stiffer, more fragile, and less responsive. Plus, vitamin C improves blood circulation. That's right. Better blood flow means more oxygen and nutrients reaching your leg muscles. And when your legs are well fed and well oxygenated, they recover faster, move better, and feel less tired. You don't need fancy supplements for this one either. Fresh fruits like oranges, kiwis, strawberries, and even bell peppers are loaded with vitamin C. Just adding 1 or 2 servings a day can make a noticeable difference over time. The goal isn't to overhaul your entire diet. It's to gently shift it toward things that nourish your legs, one bite at a time. Isn't it incredible how these simple vitamins, things most of us overlook, can have such a powerful effect on how our legs feel and move? It's not about magic pills or miracle cures. It's about tuning into your body, giving it what it needs, and trusting that it can respond, even in your 80s or 90s. You know, it's amazing how the body starts to respond when we just give it what it's been asking for. And one vitamin that often doesn't get enough credit when it comes to leg strength and mobility is vitamin E. Now, this one might surprise you. People usually think of vitamin E for skin or maybe for hair, but what many don't realize is how crucial it is for blood flow and muscle health, especially in the legs. Vitamin E is a powerful antioxidant. That means it helps reduce inflammation and protect your muscles from damage. Yes, even the wear and tear that comes with just going about your day. But beyond that, it helps keep your arteries flexible and your circulation strong. Think about it. Your leg muscles, just like your heart, need a good supply of blood to stay strong and active. If circulation slows down, everything feels heavier, slower, and more tired. That's where vitamin E comes in. It keeps everything moving smoothly. Have you ever felt like your legs are dragging by the end of the day, like you're walking through wet cement? That heavy, sluggish feeling can be a sign of poor circulation, and when blood isn't reaching your muscles efficiently, they don't get the oxygen and nutrients they need. Vitamin E helps open up those pathways again, letting the blood flow freely. The best part? You can find this vitamin in simple, everyday foods like almonds, sunflower seeds, spinach, and even a bit of olive oil. It doesn't take a complete diet makeover. Just adding a few of these things into your meals a few times a week can begin to shift the way your legs feel. A handful of nuts in the afternoon, a spoonful of olive oil drizzled over your veggies. Small choices, big difference. Now let's talk about a vitamin that's often treated like a background player, but honestly deserves the spotlight, vitamin K. This one works hand in hand with vitamin D, especially when it comes to your bones and joints. Why does that matter for your legs? Because strong legs aren't just about muscles. They rely on a solid foundation of bones, especially your hips, knees, and ankles. Vitamin K plays a key role in helping your body use calcium properly. Without it, calcium might not end up where it's needed, in your bones, and instead could build up in places where it shouldn't, like your arteries. And when calcium gets deposited in the wrong places, that can stiffen your blood vessels and weaken your bones, both of which make your legs more vulnerable to pain, fractures, and stiffness. If you've ever had knee pain while walking or your legs feel unstable on uneven ground, vitamin K could be part of the solution. It helps maintain bone density and keeps your joints supported, especially in those small but mighty bones in your legs and feet. Getting vitamin K into your diet is also easy. Leafy greens are your best friend here. Think kale, collard greens, and even good old spinach. If chewing raw greens feels tough, try steaming them gently or blending them into a soup. The goal isn't to stress your body, it's to feed it in a way that feels right and enjoyable. And here's something interesting. Many seniors who struggle with frequent bruising or slow healing might actually be low on vitamin K without knowing it. This vitamin helps with clotting too, which means it supports your body's ability to bounce back from little scrapes and bumps, especially important if you're trying to stay active and mobile. Now, I want to pause here for a second and just say this. No matter what age you are, your body still wants to heal. It still wants to be strong. These vitamins aren't just about preventing decline. They're about restoring and renewing what's already inside you. That strength is still there. It might just need a little help to come back to the surface. So let's not overlook one of the most powerful nutrients of all, magnesium. While technically a mineral, it behaves like a vitamin in many ways. And oh, what a difference it makes for your legs. Magnesium helps your muscles contract and relax smoothly. That's especially important when walking, climbing stairs, or even just standing up. If you've ever experienced leg cramps in the middle of the night, or those sudden spasms that seem to come out of nowhere, magnesium might be the missing link. Those painful nighttime cramps? That's often your body signaling that something is out of balance. Magnesium works behind the scenes, regulating how calcium and potassium interact in your muscles. Without enough of it, your muscles get confused, overreact, and tighten up. Suddenly, which is exactly what causes those sharp cramps and twitches. Magnesium also supports your nerves. It calms them, helping reduce the misfires that can lead to shakiness or unsteady legs. And if that wasn't enough, it even helps regulate blood sugar and supports heart health. All of this adds up to stronger, steadier, more reliable legs that don't give out on you when you need them the most. So how can you add magnesium to your life? It's in so many wonderful natural foods, like bananas, avocados, pumpkin seeds, and even dark chocolate. Yes, you heard that right. Your evening square of chocolate could be doing more good than you thought. And if your doctor recommends it, a magnesium supplement might be worth exploring too, especially if you have chronic leg issues or muscle fatigue. What's so beautiful about all of this is that none of these solutions are extreme. You don't need a personal trainer or an expensive gym membership. You don't need to overhaul your entire lifestyle or spend hours researching. All it takes is paying attention to your body, what it needs, what it's trying to tell you, and responding with love, care, and consistency. And that's what we're really talking about here, caring for yourself in the ways that matter most. Because your legs are your freedom. They carry you to the people you love, the places you enjoy, and the life you still want to live. Keeping them strong isn't just about health. It's about dignity, independence, and joy. Sometimes we forget just how connected everything in the body is. One small shift, a little more of the right vitamin here, a little better circulation there, and suddenly everything feels more balanced. And when we're talking about strength, especially in the legs, it would be impossible not to mention vitamin C. Yes, that simple, familiar vitamin we've all heard about for immune support is actually one of your best friends when it comes to leg health. Vitamin C isn't just for colds. It plays a big role in maintaining healthy blood vessels and building collagen, which is the protein that holds your muscles, tendons, and even your skin together. If your legs feel achy, or you notice swelling around your ankles or knees, it could be that the connective tissue in those areas is wearing down. And that's where vitamin C steps in to help rebuild and reinforce what age might have weakened. But it does even more than that. Vitamin C supports iron absorption, which is crucial for carrying oxygen in your blood. And your muscles? They run on oxygen. That fatigue that sets in quickly when you walk a short distance or go up the stairs, that can be a sign that your muscles aren't getting the oxygen they need. And without enough oxygen, your strength takes a hit, especially in the legs. The good news: you don't have to do anything complicated to get more of this powerful little vitamin. Oranges, strawberries, red bell peppers, and even a glass of lemon water in the morning can give you that boost. Some people love adding a bit of fresh fruit to their breakfast or blending up a quick smoothie. However you enjoy it, just remember, vitamin C is your ally not only for your immune system, but also for building those strong, resilient legs that keep you moving. Now, there's one final vitamin we need to talk about. And while all the others we've discussed are essential, this one might be the most underestimated of them all: vitamin B12. This one is particularly important as we get older because, quite honestly, it gets harder to absorb as we age. And when your body doesn't get enough B12, your legs will almost always tell the story. Have you ever experienced a pins and needles feeling in your feet, or a kind of numbness that seems to come and go? Maybe you've felt a bit off balance, or your legs seem to have lost their coordination a little. That could be a signal from your nervous system that your B12 levels are too low. This vitamin is absolutely essential for healthy nerve function, and your legs rely on a smooth, strong nerve signal to move the way they should. When those signals get disrupted, even just a little, it can feel like your legs aren't under your full control. And that's scary. But the hopeful part: this is something you can often fix. B12 is found naturally in animal products like eggs, dairy, fish, and meat. And if you follow a mostly plant-based diet, or your body just doesn't absorb it well anymore, supplements or even B12 shots can make all the difference. I've heard from so many seniors who felt like their walking days were over, who thought they were headed for a cane or a walker, and then discovered they were low in B12. Once they addressed it, their energy came back, their legs felt lighter, and their steps were stronger. Sometimes the solution is that simple. Now let's bring it all together for a moment. You've got 6 powerful tools at your fingertips: vitamin D, vitamin E, vitamin K, magnesium, vitamin C, and vitamin B12. Each one plays a unique and important role in keeping your legs strong, steady, and pain-free. And they don't work alone. They support each other like pieces of a puzzle coming together to build a healthier, stronger version of you. But here's the most important thing I want you to take away from all of this. You are not stuck. You are not too old. Your body hasn't given up on you, even if you've had tough days or felt discouraged. Every single day is a chance to make a small change that can lead to a big difference. Start with one thing. Maybe you add a handful of nuts to your snack routine. Maybe you take a short walk outside and let the sunshine give you a dose of vitamin D. Maybe you talk to your doctor about testing your B12 levels. You don't have to do it all at once. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to care enough about yourself to begin. I know it can be hard, especially when your legs hurt or you feel unsteady. But your legs are more than just a way to get from point A to point B. They're your independence. They're your connection to the world around you. They help you dance at your grandchildren's weddings, stroll through your garden, or simply stand tall with pride and strength. And you deserve to hold on to that for as long as possible. It's never too late. Whether you're 60, 75, or even 94, you still have the power to make your legs stronger, your steps steadier, and your days brighter. All it takes is a little bit of knowledge, some good food, and the belief that your body is worth caring for, because it is. You are. So here we are, just you and me, walking through this journey together. And maybe now you're starting to think differently about what's possible for your legs, your strength, your energy. Maybe for the first time in a long time, you're feeling like, hey, I can actually do something about this. And you can, you absolutely can. Let's talk about what happens when you begin to give your body what it's been quietly asking for all this time. Think about it like this. Your body isn't trying to work against you. It's not betraying you. It's simply responding to what it's been given or what it's been missing. When those nutrients finally show up, it's like watering a thirsty plant. Suddenly, things start to come back to life. You might start noticing little changes. First, maybe you wake up and your legs feel a bit less stiff, or you realize it doesn't take as much effort to stand up from your chair. Maybe your balance is just a little more steady when you're walking around the house. These little changes, they add up. They are proof that your body is responding, proof that it's healing. One woman I spoke with, named Savita, told me that she used to dread going to the market. Her legs would ache, her knees would wobble, and she had almost given up walking more than a few minutes. Then she made just a couple of changes, added more magnesium-rich foods, started taking a low-dose vitamin D supplement after checking with her doctor, and within a month, she was strolling the aisles again, like her old self. Not because she was lucky, but because she gave her body the building blocks it needed. See, that's the magic of this. The vitamins we've been talking about aren't exotic, expensive, or hard to find. They're right there in the foods you eat and the routines you follow. But it's not just about nutrition, is it? It's also about mindset, because the truth is, if you believe that getting old means getting weaker, your body will follow that belief. But if you believe that aging can also mean growing stronger, wiser, and more capable, well, that's the story your body will write for you. It's not about running marathons or lifting heavy weights. It's about the freedom to live the life you want, to chase after your grandkids, to tend to your plants in the garden, to walk to the park and feel the sun on your face without worrying about falling. That's the strength we're after. That's the life you deserve. And here's something else to consider. Your body loves routine. It responds to consistency. So even if you don't feel a huge difference after a few days of eating better or moving more, don't stop. Keep going. Small efforts, repeated daily, turn into major results. Just like how drops of water can wear down a mountain. Gentle, patient, persistent. Maybe you can start each morning with a glass of warm lemon water for vitamin C. Maybe sprinkle some pumpkin seeds on your lunch salad for magnesium. Maybe take a walk during the sunniest part of the day for that precious vitamin D. These aren't huge changes, but they're powerful ones. And if you're already taking medications or dealing with conditions like arthritis or osteoporosis, don't worry. These tips aren't meant to replace your treatment, they're meant to support it. Talk to your doctor, ask about testing your nutrient levels, and see where you might be lacking. It's always better to know. Knowledge is the first step toward healing. So many people wait until things get really bad to take action, but not you. You're here now. You're listening, learning, and ready to make a change. And that right there, that's strength. That's courage. That's what makes the difference between surviving and thriving in your golden years. Your legs have carried you through so much already, through decades of life, love, loss, and everything in between. They've walked you into jobs, schools, temples, homes. They've climbed stairs, danced at celebrations, knelt in prayer. They've earned rest, yes, but they've also earned care. And they still have miles to go, stories to walk into, memories to make. So be kind to them, nourish them, strengthen them. Don't ignore their pain or stiffness. Listen to what they're telling you. Every ache is a message. And now you know what to do about it. You're not alone in this. There are so many people just like you, men and women in their 60s, 70s, 80s, and even 90s, who are learning how to take better care of themselves, even after years of not knowing how. That's the beauty of life. It always gives us the chance to begin again, and your beginning can be right now, whether you're just starting to take better care of your legs or you've already been on this path for a while. Remember, every effort matters. Every bit of vitamin K, every glass of water, every step you take, it all adds up, and your body, it's listening. It's ready to respond. You don't have to accept weakness as your new normal. You don't have to give in to the idea that this is just how it is after 70. No, you are allowed to rewrite that story, to stand up stronger, walk further, and feel more stable than you have in years, because strong legs don't just help you move, they help you live. And you, my friend, deserve to live with strength, confidence, and freedom at any age. Now that you're starting to see how much power you truly have over your own health, let's talk about what it feels like when your legs actually start getting stronger. It's not just about muscle or how far you can walk. It's also about the confidence that comes back into your life. That moment when you step out of bed in the morning and realize you're not afraid of your knees giving out, or when you reach for something on the floor and you don't hesitate because your balance feels steady. That is what we're working toward. And it's absolutely possible. One of the biggest fears as we age is falling. It's a fear that lives in the back of many people's minds, and rightfully so. A fall can change everything in an instant. But when your legs are strong, when your muscles are fed with the right vitamins, your bones are dense and resilient, and your circulation is flowing well, that fear begins to fade. It's replaced by assurance, by trust in your own body again. That's what these vitamins are really doing. They're not just invisible nutrients. They're tiny builders inside you, repairing, strengthening, and supporting your legs with every bite you take. Vitamin D, working with calcium, helps keep your bones solid like oak. Vitamin C helps your joints and tendons stay flexible, reducing stiffness and soreness. Vitamin E supports healthy blood vessels, so your legs get the oxygen and nutrients they need to stay energized. And here's something beautiful. When you give your body the support it needs, it rewards you with more freedom, more independence. You won't need to rely on others as much for simple things like walking to the bathroom, shopping for groceries, or standing to cook your favorite meal. And that independence? That's dignity, that's pride, that's quality of life. I want you to picture something with me. Close your eyes, just for a moment, and imagine yourself walking down a sunlit path. Maybe it's in your neighborhood, maybe through a park or a quiet temple courtyard. The birds are chirping, there's a breeze, and your steps feel steady. No pain in your knees, no worry about falling. Just you, upright and strong, moving forward with ease. That image? That can be real. And it all begins with small, intentional steps. You don't have to change everything overnight. You can start with one thing. Maybe it's adding a boiled egg for vitamin B12, or drinking a cup of fortified milk, or stretching your legs each morning when you wake up. These are the kinds of choices that will build you a future worth walking into. And if you've made it this far in the video, I want to thank you, because you didn't give up. You kept listening, you stayed curious, and you reminded yourself that you're worth the effort, that your body, no matter how old, still deserves care and love. Aging doesn't mean fading away, it means evolving. You've lived through so much, raised families, built homes, survived heartaches, celebrated joys. Your body is a record of that beautiful, rich life, and it still has so much more to give. So let's keep giving back to it. If this video has encouraged you, or if you've already started to make a few changes, I'd love to hear from you. Share your thoughts in the comments. Tell us what's working for you, what challenges you're facing. You never know who you might inspire with your story. And if you found this helpful, please give the video a like. It helps us reach more people just like you. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel, because we've got more content coming, all made with love and care for seniors who are ready to feel strong, healthy, and hopeful again. Remember this: age is just a number. Strength is a choice. You can nourish your legs, your heart, your spirit every single day. And no matter how old you are, there is always a new chapter waiting to be written. So here's to standing tall, walking strong, and living fully, no matter your age. You've got this. Sometimes we forget that the body is still listening. Even in our 70s, 80s, and 90s, every cell, every muscle fiber, every joint is still responding to how we treat it. And when you feed it well, when you move it with love, when you give it the vitamins and support it needs, you wake up the strength that's been quietly waiting inside all along. Leg strength isn't about turning into an athlete. It's not about running marathons or lifting heavy weights. It's about being able to walk to your garden, to stand and fold clothes, to reach for your grandchildren when they run into your arms. It's about doing life, not just surviving, but truly living. That's the difference these 6 essential vitamins can make. They give your muscles the fuel to move. They make your bones less fragile and your balance more stable. They help you recover faster. And most importantly, they help you hold on to your independence longer. And for many people, that's everything. Now, I know change can feel overwhelming. Maybe you're thinking, how do I remember which vitamin to take, or is it too late for me to start? But here's the truth. It's never too late. The body has an incredible way of responding, even to small steps. One better meal, one short walk, one extra glass of water, one new habit. That's all it takes to begin. If you're unsure where to start, begin with food. Nature is generous. Leafy greens like spinach and kale can boost your vitamin K. Citrus fruits or a glass of lemon water help with vitamin C. Eggs, fish, and dairy. They bring in B12, and D nuts and seeds support your E levels. Even just sitting in the sun for a few minutes can gently help your body produce more vitamin D naturally. And if your diet is limited, talk to your doctor about supplements that can fill in the gaps. There's no shame in that. It's just another way of showing love to your body. Just make sure you're choosing safe, high-quality options that suit your specific needs. You see, the goal isn't perfection, it's progress. Every day you choose to care for your legs, you're telling your future self, I've got your back. You're choosing to keep walking, to keep exploring, to keep dancing, even if it's just a little sway in the kitchen while your favorite song plays. And while we've talked a lot about vitamins today, let's not forget the role of mindset. A positive, hopeful attitude is powerful medicine too. So be kind to yourself, celebrate the small wins. You stood up with less pain, that's a win. You remembered to take your vitamins today, that's a win. You chose a salad over something fried, another win. Those moments add up. They build strength inside and out. They build resilience, and they remind you that you're not done yet. Your legs have carried you through so much already. Every step, every stumble, every triumph. It's only right that you give back to them now. Not just with vitamins, but with care, with patience, and with love. So to you, watching this video, thank you. Thank you for investing in your health, for believing that you deserve to feel good, and for choosing to take control of your journey. Whether you're 60, 70, 80, or even 94, this message is for you. Strength still lives inside you, and with the right support, it can shine through in ways you may not have imagined. I hope this video gave you hope, maybe even a little spark of motivation to start something new today. If it did, I'd love for you to let us know in the comments. What changes are you making? What have you tried that's worked for you? Your story matters, and it might just inspire someone else to take that first step. Please like this video if it resonated with you. Share it with someone you care about. And if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button, because this community is growing, and it's full of people just like you who are choosing health, strength, and happiness in every season of life. Let's keep lifting each other up. Let's keep moving forward, one strong step at a time. Here's to you. Here's to strength. Here's to a future full of life, laughter, and the ability to stand tall at any age. Stay well, stay hopeful, and never stop walking toward your best self.